No? I thought I was...
You know
never
that
mind.
somebody stole your pelt.
Well, yeah, she said, am I missing something?
Yeah, so what do you say back?
How'd you know that?
I can't do it. I don't know, fish boy. Why don't you come meet me after school and we can have a little chat?
Okay, roll.
Also behind the
roll
behind the
hot
theater.
Is it hot? It's not volatile. It's hot. I'm rolling.
Yep, you're rolling hot. That looks like that you rolled it. 2d6 minus 1.
No, that
Wait,
was
I
to
didn't
own
roll
me.
one
Oh
yet.
no.
Putting the moves on the fish boy.
Okay.
Oh, what?
No. Okay, Ragny is
okay.
not turned on by this.
Good.
So
That
also,
was really weird.
Surprise boner.
I'm not okay with surprise boners.
yeah, there's no like physical intimidation. I guess there's hold steady.
Yeah,
For
I mean, I'm
physical
trying to intimidate.
intimidation.
I'm not trying to bone him. I'm trying to intimidate
Well,
him.
I mean, I feel like this needs to be rolled. Okay, so now Clarence, roll to hold steady.
So, just cold.
Yeah.
2d6 plus cold.
Mm-hmm. Oh, you're fine.
Jesus
you're
Christ.
completely impervious
Damn.
to her attempt at threatening because you're just so oblivious.
Yeah, you'll
Deciding
meet her
to
after
be
school and kick her
surprised.
ass.
You just stare at her like you don't understand that she's trying to threaten you, so you think that she's just having a normal conversation and maybe wants to be friends.
Vera juts out her chin. Whatever. I'll see you later, fish boy.
Okay, later.
I'm gonna die.
Chevron and Penny give you respectful looks for talking to the wolf girl without getting beaten up. And Penny looks at you and says, "Oh my god, I'm so amazed that you didn't just get beat up by that crazy bitch, because you should have seen what her and her crazy boyfriend did to Fenris a few months ago."
What
Oh
happened?
snap! They did not just say he was my boyfriend.
And he goes, "I heard that that disgusting beast, Lowell, beat up Fenris within an inch of his life, and now that's why he's gone, because he's in juvenile hall." And she is just completely fine with it, even though their parents are dating. So Mrs. Warbeck and Mr. Barracuda are dating, and Fenris is super okay with it. But that crazy bitch Vara is all up in his business all the time, and I think that she is just trying to ruin everyone's lives around her, and she's just so dangerous. Like, you should not even be around her. She's just she's just awful. And poor Fenris, he's just trying to be friends with people, and you should be friends with Fenris. He's a nice guy.
Okay.
He sort of sighs and looks over at Fenris.
Well, what if she hates everyone because she doesn't have friends either?
Damn, Ragny.
Holy shit!
Penny
Can I
goes,
use my werewolf hearing to come back and punch him in the mouth?
Penny goes, "She probably doesn't, that bitch," and then continues eating her food. I'm trying to swear a lot like a high school student, but I'm just not very good at it.
This is like the little
So-
oblivious mermaid.
So next we're gonna go to Molly, who's over at the boring table.
Oh god.
There's not a lot going on at the boring table. So I'm gonna have Mai talk to you about some of the classes and the teachers. So she's like, so this year, since it's sophomore year, we're gonna have let's see. Oh, this year is our first year as sophomores to take Defense Against the Dark Arts. That's right. Our classes this year are Math, English, Science, History, and Defense Against the Dark Arts.
Did I just walk into a Harry Potter fanfic?
And
Yes.
so she's like, what classes are you in? And so all of you will be taking math, English, and science. You can and defense against the dark arts, and then you have the option of taking band or theater, and then you also have gym class.
No language?
English.
Gostaku can't learn Japanese?
No,
He
because
doesn't
I'm
like
not
this
making that
school.
many classes. Just pretend. Pretend. I'm not making that many classes because then y'all won't ever use any of them anyway.
I
So-
imagine Ghostaku is the type to teach himself anyway. And do it badly.
Wait, so a question. Has the
Yeah.
so-called empty temp table noticed her yet?
Who's noticed who?
The so-called empty table with Fedora?
Okay, have they what?
Noticed Molly yet? Because I think I know what's up with them.
Oh, right. So you look across the room and you notice that after they were finished talking to Orville, the three animes at the table are looking at you. When they notice that you're looking back, they make a motion for you to come over. And they wave. They seem very excited.
Molly kind of just slowly scoots towards Agatha.
Okay, that's right. This needs to happen. So Rain is going to come over to you and say, "Hello, sister. We've been waiting for you."
Yikes.
You know immediately that she is also a fae.
Molly starts to internally scream. It's nice to meet you.
It's been so long. We thought we would never find a fourth, and here you are. Here, the element that we need, the element of Earth, to
Oh my god.
to complete the magic circle. Truly the Fairy King has smiled upon us. Won't you join us? Oh, please, sister.
Does that make me heart?
Oh, no. Won't you please?
Kalima!
If you would only join us, then we could finally complete the ritual.
Ritual? Molly kind of stares at her.
Rain looks around and sees the other girls at the table, and she goes, "Please, I can't discuss it with you here. Please, meet me after school behind the theater.
Molly kind of just...
It's where we hold our secret meetings."
She kind of sinks in her chair. I'm kind of busy after school. I need to, clean my hooves.
Well, will you promise that you'll be there? Will you promise that you'll go at least one time, please? Just one time?
Molly sees through the bullshit. No.
I feel like you need to make a roll to see through the bullshit.
Okay, what do I roll?
You're gonna roll shut someone down
So
to
cold.
make Rain go away. So roll cold.
Alright, so that's D6.
2d6 plus cold.
Please work.
7.
Does that pass?
You
I
each
can't-
shut someone down. You each give a condition to one another. You each lose a string on one another. So you guys didn't have strings, so you each get a condition. So I'm gonna say that Rain is disappointed. I'm gonna say, and then you are probably relieved.
Yes.
She looks sad and dejected, and she goes, "We'll talk more later." Goes back to her table. All right. Okay. So, Grasslamb, with your fairy knowledge, you can surmise if they require a fairy of each of the 4 elements, then they must be attempting to summon the Fairy King.
Oh no.
Ha!
That voodoo that you do so well.
So what do I have to roll for that?
Oh no, you just know because you're a fae.
Okay.
And you know because she was so reluctant to talk about it, so you can infer that this is the ritual that they're talking about.
Okay, oh god. I think I have to roll in Fedora.
Okay,
on.
well. So, after all of this, I think lunch is over, and we're gonna go to the classrooms.
Did Oatmeal get to go?
Oh, Oatmeal, you didn't get to go. I'm sorry, I keep forgetting
Oh,
you.
I thought it was because I got owned.
You got owned!
Just
No, you got owned, but then what do? Sorry. Oh, I took y'all's dialogue as both of y'all having your turn at the same time. But Oatmeal, if you want extra time, you can do something.
No,
I'm sorry,
that's
I just wanted
perfectly
to-
great. After she bugs off, I'll just kick my feet up on the table and read
You
my
don't.
book.
As you are reading your book, you feel someone's eyes on the back of your head, and you
Your
turn around to see Damien Cervantes staring at you.
Your shoes squish into
Dun,
spaghetti
dun, dun.
sauce.
Sup?
He's not talking to you. He's not within talking distance. He's just staring at you.
I'd shrug and go back to my book. My book is, oh, crap. I had a name for it, but never mind. It is a book about vampires, and it is a book about stomping vampires.
Is it called
Okay.
Twilight?
No, it's
You
not
feel
Twilight.
some serious negative vibes coming from Damien. Doesn't like you, and you can tell. Okay. So next, I guess, we are going to go to class. Did that
Oh
work?
my
God.
Whoa,
God.
Jesus.
Holy
Oh,
shit,
what?
Oh, mother
Jack.
God.
Jesus.
You're not
Did that
fucking around.
Oh,
What?
we got production values in this shit?
Holy fuck.
This is class. Whose Pog is not here?
Ragny.
Ragny.
Agnes Pog is not here.
I like the anime girls all sitting in a collective corner.
I forgot to change my clocks and I'm waiting behind school. Oh no, I'm here now.
Yeah. All right. So you
Ragny's
guys
just
are
in
here.
character all game.
I can have the names be on in these parts, but right now I don't because we have the cafeteria in case people forget people's names. So here in these classrooms we have the English class, the math class, science class, and the defense against the dark arts class. So I feel like we shouldn't probably go to each one every day, but I feel like maybe we'll do like a class and then an elective each day, and then after school. How about that?
Okay.
Something like that.
Sounds good.
All right, so for your classes, you have these 4 classes to choose from, and then for your elective, you have gym, band, or theater. Yeah.
Alright, so which class
It looks
should we all
like
go to?
it looks like Orville is going to science class.
All right.
I shall be going to science class.
I can go to science class.
Let's do it.
Okay.
Let's science this shit up.
All right,
Science
you're in
teacher.
science
Science as
class.
fuck.
Did I pick the right room? Oh god.
Yeah, Mr. Nelson's class is
Okay.
science class.
Oops.
Are all of you going to science class?
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay,
yeah, it
sit
makes
somewhere
things
in
easier to-
science
for us
class.
all to
I'm
be-
sitting far away from my. We were both sisters.
Okay.
Oh great, this
Oh
guy sat
god, you're
next
sitting
to me.
next to the goths. Okay. Ragny, where are you gonna sit?
you're just gonna, you're gonna sonar between the walls. Suddenly, the science class hears a faint ping.
Deep. Doop. Beep. Boop.
Oh man,
There you
you're
go,
gonna need to
Ragnar.
hold steady if you want to sit next to that bitch. Tiffany turns and looks at you. Her eyes glare daggers into your soul. Roll to hold steady.
In before 14.
Oh,
Oh.
so you rolled okay, which means you keep your cool, but also gain the condition terrified. You're pretty scared of this girl. Terrified.
Oh man, I can give up sonar too.
Terrified. Let's go with this one. Okay, you're terrified of this girl, so you don't want to talk to anyone. You're just like trying to get your shit done.
How do you do
Alright.
the sonar?
You hold down, but we'll
Oh, it's to locate your pog, isn't it?
No, it's just wherever your cursor is.
yeah.
Oh, it's to say here.
Yeah.
Here. Okay. So Molly, you sit down next to the goth kids. They don't talk to you. They talk in whispered tones to each other during class. They don't really seem to care that much about science class, and they get told to shut up a couple of times during class because they're too interested in whatever Samson is doing on his phone than what's actually going on in class. Do anything?
Can I move seats?
No, class started. You can't just move.
Wow.
No. I stay quiet and just let them do it.
Do you feel like they're breaking the rules and that makes you sad?
I don't care. Just leave me alone to study.
Okay. Is there anything particular you want to say? Like, oh, during class, Molly raises her hand and answers a bunch of questions, something like that.
Yeah, asks a bunch of questions, keeps her eye on the goddamn weeaboo fairies.
Okay, that's you contribute in some way to Mr. Nelson noticing that the goths are not paying attention, so they kind of glare at you. But you answer questions, and I'm gonna give you the condition proud.
No.
You're proud of yourself because
Fuck you.
Mr. Nelson is clearly impressed with your knowledge of sophomore level science. Okay, here in the back, Panzer and Oatmeal, I'm sorry, Vara and Cliff are sitting next to Matilda and Jezebel. Matilda and Jezebel have a bunch of papers out. They're obviously not paying attention, but they're in the back, so it doesn't really matter. Jezebel is constantly playing with a series of transparent glass balls. She's twirling them around in her hands and staring intensely at them. Matilda is making a bunch of plans. She has a bunch of graph paper out in front of her, and Oatmeal, since you're sitting next to her, you peep over and you see that she has outlined some sort of plan of attack for some sort of building. You also see that she has a series of books on the supernatural, including books on vampires, and maybe that piques your interest.
While Oatmeal is looking at the other girls, I reach over and draw a big old ding-dong on his notebook.
Matilda sees Cliff looking at her stuff and looks at him confused and says, "What?"
God damn it, Panzer! Panzer clearly can draw boner. Anyway, nothing. It just looks like you're working on some kind of plan there.
What of it?
It seems like something I would be interested in getting into.
She looks at you incredulously and looks back at Jezebel. Jezebel turns toward you, and they both look at you, and they say, and Matilda says, "Do you know?"
I've got my theories.
She says,
Why are there more ding-dongs?
Because you're distracted.
she says, she looks at you with a very serious look on her face, and she says, "No, the vampires that you read about in books, they're real.
Uh-huh.
And that not only are they real, but there are some at this very school preying on the innocent students of Monster High."
Oh, well, that's no good. We can't go around letting that happen. Stop drawing ding-dongs!
You're not noticing any of the dicks.
I know.
I
Because
wrote on
you're
your
too
notebook, buddy.
engrossed. You're too engrossed in this conversation. So she looks at you and she's like excited all of a sudden. She goes, "We have set out to rid this school of the vampire menace. Are you in?"
Well, I haven't found one yet, but sure. Well, let's do that.
She excitedly shares her plans with you. In her plans, you can see that she has a map of the school and a couple of other buildings around the school, which she tells you is where the vampires live. And She has a particularly long file on one Damien Cervantes, who is the hottest boy in school.
Oh man, I know that kid. He's a dick.
And she says, "Oh, well, if he doesn't like you already, then he must know that you were destined to join us to take him down." Jezebel pipes up and says, "We should tell him about Mr. Forsyth." And Matilda says, "Oh yes, you're right, Jezebel." She goes, I have no proof yet, but I believe the rumor around the school is that Mr. Forsyth's defense against the dark arts teacher is actually a vampire hunter himself and is here to do the same thing that we are doing. And so we, Jezebel and I, have decided that we will be the ones to aid him on his great mission to rid this school of its horrible dark presences.
Well, you could do that, but if we get rid of all the vampires ourselves without some chump's help, wouldn't that be better?
And she goes, "Clearly you have not met."
Well, no.
And she goes, "Do you have defense against the dark arts this afternoon?" You can go. We'll go there next because
Okay.
you can't miss it. Oh,
Okay,
you
I
can tell
guess
in the
I've
way
got
that she
Snape's
talks-
class next.
You can tell in the way that she talks that she's more than a little bit more than normally interested in this. That she's a little obsessed. And the way that she talks about Mr. Forsyth, you're not really sure if she's entirely just excited about hunting vampires.
Yikes. Don't bang your teachers, kids. That's out of character.
No,
I
no,
just
no,
I just
no,
want
no,
to tell
no,
the chat,
no.
don't bang your teachers.
Unless they're like super hot.
No! Panzer! You're not... No.
And you don't have to
No,
tell anyone
Chad.
either. Just don't tell
Okay,
anyone.
Panzer, are you just gonna spend this whole time drawing dicks?
Until he notices.
Okay, after this conversation, Cliff looks away uneasily at how obsessed Matilda seems to be with Mr. Forsyth, and notices that his desk is covered in dicks.
It's not his desk, like I'm drawing on his books
Oh, it's your books. Your books are covered in pictures of dicks.
with Sharpie.
Sup, buddy?
Hey.
Are you embarrassed or angry at all?
Man, I guess I should hold steady, huh?
Yeah.
Alright.
I give you a look like, fucking try me.
Whoops. There's a space. There we go. Oh. I have been owned.
No, you do not hold steady. You begin to cry uncontrollably over the dick.
Oh! They're just ding-dongs, buddy. Come on.
I laugh, but a little uncomfortably.
Yeah, Vara.
I turn my gaze away from the big crying anime baby next to me and lean back in my chair and put my feet up on the desk. Whatever.
All right.
Babies.
Vara doesn't say it, but she's a little hurt. She's a little, disappointed.
I'm
a little sad.
I am a little, feeling a little weird about that, because I've never seen anyone just burst into tears over a dick before, but it's the first time for everything, I guess.
Hey, this is high school.
My parents were killed by dicks.
Oh, okay. Anyway, Orville, you sit with the waifus. I see. I see
Yes.
that
I'll be right back.
That you have done that.
Hey, how do you erase, by the way? I was just using white.
You select it and press delete.
Also, the writing is terrible because for some reason my, where I draw versus where it puts the line is not lined up.
Thank
It's
you.
weird.
Basically highlight it and hit delete. So you sit next to the fairy. So you're sitting next to Entropy, this class. He appears to be taking notes, but on further inspection, she's actually just drawing spirals in her notebook over and over and over again.
I will draw anime babes in my notebook, all class.
Okay.
I can't keep a straight face, sorry.
All right. So I feel like we actually might want to have multiple classes in a day. I'm not super sure about it. Maybe we'll just go as it comes. So next class, if you go, so maybe I'll want to split up. If you go to English class, then you can talk to the anime babes some more, and you can also watch the popular girls fight.
Sold.
If you go to math class, you can talk to the older kids because it's a calculus class, and so there are juniors and seniors in that class as well. If you go to Defense Against the Dark Arts, then you'll be in motherfucking Defense Against the Dark Arts. I don't know why I need to sell this to you. So where would you all like to go for your next class?
I'm going to see Snape.
Okay.
Orville is going to go to the class with the animes.
Okay, so you go to English.
I'm gonna head on down to Panzer. Can you get the broken heart off of my?
Oh, but you still have the status.
Do I?
Yeah, you have it until the
You have
DM.
it. Yeah, you have it until I say you don't.
Oh.
Yeah, until you do an action that suitably gets rid of it for you.
Oh, so this is gonna
So
get
you
really
you
busy
just feel
then.
like shit. It's been a really shitty day for you.
Oh, it's hard to move my pog when I can't click it. There we go.
There's no
Alright.
way I'm sitting next to Nerds Mackenzie here. I'll sit next to Smoker Girl.
Which one is English class?
The top left.
The one with the animes.
Wait, we're not going to Defense Against the Dark Arts?
We're going to different
some
classes.
of you are.
We apparently don't
and,
have to all go to the
some
same
people
place.
are going to English.
Gotcha.
Let's go. Yeah, let's do one more class and then we'll go on to the electives. So, Clarence, where'd you go? Did you go to English class? Yes, you are. Okay, so let's go to English class because it's more boring. English class is taught by the young and bright Miss Albright, who is a new teacher. She's young and excited and really excited about teaching all of you English. She welcomes all of you for, her first, this is my very first class that I've taught since I was hired here, so I'm really glad that all of you could come and I'm really looking forward to working with all of you and she begins to talk about the book list that you'll need for this school year. So, Clarence, you sit by your pals, Chevron and Penny, and then you also are next to Terrence and Agatha. So Penny waves at you. Chevron does nothing. Chevron seems to be preoccupied, glaring at the three girls sitting to her left, which you know as Tiffany with her two minions, Allison and Lily. Chevron seems particularly preoccupied with angrily staring at Tiffany. Next to you is a cool guy named Terrence who looks pretty normal. Say hello to him.
Hello.
Says, what's up? You new?
Yeah, just came here.
Hey, I'm Terrence Wong. Nice to meet you.
I'm Clarence de Colombelle.
Oh. Are you French?
Yes.
Oh
Did
man,
you
he's
come
starting to
here
get
from
specific
France?
from where he's from.
I came here from France. I'm an exchange student.
Wow, that's great. This past summer, I actually went on a study abroad program where we got to tour Paris as part of our tour around Europe. It was really beautiful, and he starts telling you about stuff that he saw in Paris. You know those high school trips where they go somewhere? That's what he did. We basically went
that's
on
cool.
on a tourist trip to Paris. Talking to you about that. Orville, you sit next to the animes again. You're sitting behind. You're sitting behind the girls that you look at them and they're obviously way too pretty to ever talk to you. They seem quite content to talk among themselves and seem to shun anyone else who tries to talk to them, except for this blonde boy that is sitting behind Lily, this guy right here, who Tiffany seems to be spending extra time talking to and trying to get him to talk to her and agree with what she says, but he seems pretty nervous about it. There's a boy immediately next to you, who looks kind of annoying.
Well, first I'm going to go over the book list and then raise my hand and ask why famous manga Akira is not on it.
Miss Albright looks at you confused. She goes, "Oh, I'm sorry, I haven't heard of that. What is it?"
It's a classic, and it really is something that I think you should experience for yourself.
So Miss Albright it's her first year teaching, so she's like super excited for class participation. So she goes, "Well, if you should if you have actually a copy, or if you could give me more information about it after class, I would love to have student suggestions as part of our reading list. Doesn't that sound great, class?" The class is silent. And she says, would you just let me know, write it down for me, and yeah, I'll absolutely look it up. Thank you for participating.
You're welcome, I guess.
She seems very
Okay.
excited. She has no idea what you're talking about.
Oh my god.
And that's
All
how
right.
the teacher became a weeaboo.
Can't.
So now let's go to Defense Against the Dark Arts.
Yes.
All right. Here in Defense